I would like to welcome you all here today to what promises to be a very rich and informative workshop. We are moving towards entry into force of the Trade Facilitation Agreement.
The basic idea came earlier, the basic idea that no country should be obliged to commit to something if they do not have the capacity. So the idea is we want the capacity. We don't want to, as developing countries and proponents of development, we don't want to say, oh, if I don't have the capacity, I don't do it. No, the focus has to be on developing the capacity.
The facility provides the support by providing a platform of information on the website, for example, case studies. We have links to training materials, international standards, and resources developed by our many partner organizations. This week we are having a workshop on donor support, and we've had several of these in the past. So this week our donor members, international organizations and regional organizations are providing updates on the trade facilitation programs that they offer.
We do this through a mix of programs, some of them that are managed in London, others at the regional level, others through our bilateral programs. Our showcase efforts on trade facilitation are really through Trademark East Africa. Some of the most interesting showcase initiatives of TMEA has been setting up some border posts at key points in the East African transport corridors. To make sure that, for example, goods that come from Mombasa port through Kenya into Uganda don't need to stop on the Kenyan side, they can stop once on the Ugandan side.
In the current financial framework, trade facilitation will be the main priority, and it will focus on the implementation of the WTO agreement.
We are big funders of some of the multilateral organizations that work in this area, like the World Bank, the WTO, the World Customs Organization, UNCTAD, and others as well.
For the WCO, implementation of the TFA is indeed very, very important. It is the mission of the WCO to support its members in streamlining, simplifying, and harmonizing border procedures. The Mercator program is basically a tailor-made program that is intended to support governments in expeditiously implementing the TFA and also implementing it in a harmonized manner.
The implementation of the reforms themselves is already investment in development. It is better governance, transparency, IT capacity, human capacity, and overall helping the informal sector to participate in the formal trade and economy.
Toute réforme a un coût et les pays déjà ont commencé, même sans attendre que cet accord soit adopté, réaliser cet objectif. C'est aussi important parce qu'il faut que les acteurs dans la chaîne des opérations commerciales et en douane comprennent le sens de l'accord.
Successful implementation of this trade facilitation agreement, we believe, will benefit positive benefits to countries, small economies such as Sri Lanka, in improving their competitiveness and in a sustainable manner.
It is important that trade facilitation measures be funded. I've been implemented one-stop border posts with various countries, neighboring countries. We've implemented one single customs, electronic customs single window.
We as an industry, the express delivery industry, are a staunch supporter of the Trade Facilitation Agreement because of the massive potential it has to bring improvements to border management and international trade in a very practical way. We can bring our expertise. We deal with customs and other agencies every day. We are heavily investors in IT systems. We know about logistics. we know about procedures, and we can bring this very practical expertise in cooperation with donors to a country to help them improve the way their border works.
If you have a well-functioning customs administration, and if you have well-functioning trade facilitation in general, it increases trade. It also gives you a more stable tax base, which is important for many countries, and you give opportunities to small business. So in terms of cost effectiveness, it's actually difficult to find any area where you get such a strong effect from relatively little money, such as trade facilitation.
Norway, being a small country, has chosen to support the Trade Facilitation Agreement multilaterally. We find that is most efficient. To us, it is important that the WTO, in fact, does have a certain capacity to make certain that countries do implement the agreement, and that is a natural part of their work.
The facility is very important because it's a positive signal that all stakeholders, particularly donors, are engaged in ensuring that this agreement can be supported for effective implementation.
There's already a great deal of support available. Members can find information through our website. We also help members one-on-one by conducting matchmaking if they can identify certain needs. In the future, we will offer project preparation and project implementation grants for those members that can't find the support they need through other organizations.